Welcome to this informative lesson on data governance and privacy. In today's session, we will explore the topic of data masking. Let's proceed to the next slide, where we will begin our in-depth discussion of this important subject. So, let's begin our lesson by first defining data masking. Data masking is a technique used to protect sensitive information by obscuring or altering specific data elements, while preserving the original data format and structure. It's an important tool in the world of data governance and privacy, as it helps organizations comply with various regulations and safeguard their customers' personal information. Now, you might be wondering, how exactly does data masking work? Well, there are several methods that can be employed. One common approach is substitution, where the original data is replaced with fictional but realistic-looking information. For example, a person's name might be swapped out with a randomly generated name from a predefined list. Another method is shuffling, which involves rearranging the order of data within a column. This way, the individual values are still present, but they're no longer associated with their original records. It's kind of like shuffling a deck of cards. The cards are the same, but their positions have changed. Data masking can also be achieved through encryption, where the sensitive information is converted into an unreadable format using a mathematical algorithm. Only authorized parties with the decryption key can access the original data. The beauty of data masking is that it allows organizations to use and share data for various purposes, such as testing, training, or analytics, without compromising the privacy of individuals. It's a win-win situation, really. The masked data retains its utility, while sensitive information remains protected. In today's digital age, where data breaches and cyber threats are becoming increasingly common, data masking has become a crucial component of any robust data governance and privacy strategy. By implementing this technique, organizations can demonstrate their commitment to protecting their customers' information and build trust in their brand. So, there you have it, a brief overview of data masking and its significance in the realm of data governance and privacy. As we continue to navigate the challenges of managing and securing sensitive information, techniques like data masking will undoubtedly play a vital role in ensuring the privacy and well-being of individuals and organizations alike. How does data masking work? Well, data masking is a fascinating process that helps organizations protect sensitive information while still allowing them to use and share data for various purposes. It's like putting a digital disguise on the data, if you will. So, how does it actually work? Let's dive in and explore the different methods of data masking. One popular approach is substitution, where the original sensitive data is replaced with fictitious but realistic-looking information. Imagine you have a database containing customer records. With substitution, you could replace each customer's real name with a randomly generated name from a predefined list. This way, the data looks authentic, but it doesn't reveal any actual personal information. Another method is shuffling, which is kind of like playing a game of data musical chairs. In this approach, the values within a column are rearranged, so they're no longer linked to their original records. Picture a spreadsheet with a column of email addresses. By shuffling the values, you end up with a jumbled list of email addresses that are no longer associated with specific individuals. It's an effective way to anonymize the data while preserving its structure. Encryption is another powerful tool in the data masking arsenal. It's like putting the sensitive information into a virtual safe and locking it with a complex mathematical algorithm. The encrypted data looks like gibberish to anyone without the decryption key. Only authorized parties who possess the key can unlock the safe and access the original data. It's a strong line of defense against unauthorized access. Now, you might be thinking, but wait, doesn't masking the data defeat the purpose of using it? Well, that's the beauty of data masking. It strikes a balance between data utility and data privacy. The masked data retains its format and statistical properties, so it can still be used for testing, training, or analytics. It's like having a stunt double for your data. It looks and behaves like the real thing, but without the risk of exposing sensitive information. Implementing data masking is not a one-size-fits-all process, though. Organizations need to carefully consider which data elements need to be masked and choose the appropriate masking method for each niche scenario. It's a bit like selecting the right disguise for a spy mission. You want it to be effective and convincing, but not overly complicated or cumbersome. In summary, data masking is a powerful tool that enables organizations to protect sensitive information while still leveraging data for various purposes. By substituting, shuffling, or encrypting data elements, companies can create a secure and privacy-compliant environment for data usage. As we continue to navigate the complex landscape of data governance and privacy, data masking will undoubtedly remain a vital technique in safeguarding the information of individuals and organizations alike. In the vast and complex world of data governance and privacy, data masking emerges as a crucial tool for organizations navigating the delicate balance between data utility and data protection. But why, you might ask, is data masking so important? Let's embark on a journey to uncover the compelling reasons behind its significance. Picture this. You're an organization entrusted with a wealth of sensitive information, personal details, financial records, health data, and more. It's a tremendous responsibility, and you're committed to protecting the privacy of your customers and clients. However, you also recognize the immense value that this data holds for driving innovation, improving services, and making informed business decisions. This is where data masking steps in as a game changer. By obscuring sensitive data elements through techniques like substitution, shuffling, or encryption, data masking allows you to unlock the potential of your data without compromising privacy. It's like having your cake and eating it too. You can share and utilize that data for various purposes, while ensuring that the real sensitive information remains securely hidden. Data masking is particularly crucial in today's landscape, where data breaches and cyber threats lurk around every corner. A single unauthorized access or leak of sensitive information can have devastating consequences, not just for the individuals whose privacy is violated, but also for the reputation and trust in your organization. By implementing data masking, you're adding a robust layer of defense, making it significantly harder for malicious actors to exploit the data, even if they manage to breach your systems. Moreover, data masking is a key enabler for compliance with the ever-evolving labyrinth of data protection regulations, such as GDPR, HIPAA, or CCPA. These regulations mandate strict controls over how personal information is collected, stored, and shared. Failure to comply can result in hefty fines and legal repercussions. Data masking provides a proactive approach to meet these regulatory requirements, demonstrating your commitment to privacy and building trust with your stakeholders. But the importance of data masking extends beyond just compliance and security. It's also a catalyst for innovation and agility. By creating masked versions of your data, you can freely share it with internal teams, external partners, or third-party developers without worrying about privacy breaches. This enables faster and more efficient testing, development, and analysis, as teams can work with realistic data that closely resembles production scenarios. In essence, data masking is a vital tool in the arsenal of any organization that values both data-driven insights and the privacy of individuals. It's a way to strike a harmonious balance between leveraging data for growth and innovation while upholding the highest standards of data protection. As we navigate the ever-evolving landscape of data governance and privacy, the importance of data masking will only continue to grow. It's not just a technical solution, it's a strategic imperative that demonstrates an organization's commitment to privacy, security, and responsible data stewardship. By embracing data masking, organizations can unlock the full potential of their data while building trust and fostering a culture of privacy-first innovation. Data masking techniques are the unsung heroes in the realm of data governance and privacy, working tirelessly behind the scenes to protect sensitive information while enabling organizations to harness the power of their data. These techniques are like a magician's toolkit, each one designed to obscure and transform data in unique ways. Let's take a closer look at some of the most common data masking techniques and how they work their magic. First up, we have substitution, a technique that's like a game of data dress up. Imagine you have a database full of customer names, and you need to share it with an external party for analysis. With substitution, you can replace each real name with a fictitious one from a predefined list. It's like giving each customer a secret identity, allowing that data to be used without revealing their true names. The beauty of substitution is that it maintains the format and consistency of the data, making it ideal for testing and development purposes. Next, we have shuffling, a technique that's like playing a giant game of data musical chairs. Picture a spreadsheet with rows upon rows of customer information. With shuffling, you randomly rearrange the values within each column, so they no longer match up with their original records. It's like jumbling up the pieces of a puzzle, making it impossible to link the data back to specific individuals. Shuffling is particularly useful when you need to retain the statistical properties of the data while protecting privacy. Encryption is another powerful data masking technique that's like putting sensitive information into a virtual vault. It uses complex mathematical algorithms to transform the data into an unreadable format, making it indecipherable to anyone without the encryption key. It's like sending the data on a secret mission where only authorized parties with the key can unlock its true meaning. Encryption is a robust method for protecting data at rest and in transit, ensuring that even if the data falls into the wrong hands, it remains secure. Tokenization is a technique that's like giving sensitive data a new identity. It replaces the original data with a unique, randomly generated token that acts as a substitute. The original data is safely stored in a secure database, while the token is used in its place for various purposes. It's like assigning each piece of sensitive information a special code name, making it unrecognizable to prying eyes. Tokenization is commonly used in the financial industry to protect credit card numbers and other sensitive financial data. Data blurring is a technique that's like applying a digital fog to your data. It involves modifying the original values by adding random noise or applying mathematical transformations, making the data less precise while still preserving its overall structure. It's like looking at the data through a frosted glass window. You can still see the general shape and patterns, but the details are obscured. Data blurring is particularly useful when you need to share data for analysis or research purposes without revealing the exact values. These are just a few of the many data masking techniques available in the Data Governance and Privacy Toolkit. Each technique has its own strengths and use cases, and organizations often employ a combination of them to create a comprehensive data masking strategy. As we continue to navigate the complex landscape of data privacy and security, data masking techniques will undoubtedly evolve and adapt to meet the ever-changing challenges. But one thing remains constant: the commitment to protecting sensitive information while unlocking the value of data. By leveraging these powerful techniques, organizations can strike a balance between data utility and privacy, ensuring that data remains a valuable asset while upholding the highest standards of security and trust. In the ever-evolving landscape of data governance and privacy, data masking has emerged as a critical tool for protecting sensitive information. However, as with any complex endeavor, data masking comes with its own set of challenges that organizations must navigate. Let's explore some of the most significant hurdles that arise when implementing data masking techniques. One of the primary challenges is striking the right balance between data protection and data utility. The whole point of masking data is to obscure sensitive information. But if you mask it too heavily, you risk rendering that data useless for its intended purpose. It's like trying to walk a tightrope. Lean too far in either direction, and you'll lose your balance. Organizations must carefully consider the level of masking required for each data element, ensuring that the masked data remains meaningful and usable for testing, analytics, or other applications. Another challenge lies in the complexity of data relationships and dependencies. In today's data-driven world, information is rarely isolated in neat little silos. Instead, it's often interconnected across multiple systems, databases, and applications. When applying data masking, organizations must ensure that the masked data remains consistent and referentially intact across all these different touchpoints. It's like trying to solve a giant jigsaw puzzle. You have to make sure that each piece fits perfectly with the others, even after you've disguised them. Data masking can also be a time-consuming and resource-intensive process, especially for large and complex data sets. It's not just a matter of waving a magic wand and instantly transforming the data. Organizations need to invest in the right tools, technologies, and expertise to effectively implement data masking. It's like building a house. You need the right blueprints, materials, and skilled craftsmen to create a sturdy and reliable structure. The same goes for data masking. It requires careful planning, execution, and ongoing maintenance to ensure its effectiveness. Keeping up with the ever-changing regulatory landscape is another challenge that organizations face when it comes to data masking. Data privacy laws and regulations, such as GDPR, CCPA, and HIPAA, are constantly evolving, introducing new requirements and obligations for handling sensitive information. Organizations must stay vigilant and adaptable, ensuring that their data masking practices align with the latest regulatory standards. It's like trying to hit a moving target. Just when you think you've got it figured out, the rules change, and you have to adjust your aim. Finally, there's the human factor to consider. Data masking is not just a technical challenge, it also requires a cultural shift within the organization. Employees need to be educated and trained on the importance of data privacy and the proper handling of masked data. It's like teaching a group of people a new language. It takes time, patience, and consistent reinforcement to ensure that everyone is speaking the same tongue and understanding the nuances. Despite these challenges, the benefits of data masking far outweigh the obstacles. By investing in robust data masking techniques, organizations can protect sensitive information, maintain compliance with regulations, and foster trust with their customers and stakeholders. It's a journey that requires commitment, collaboration, and continuous improvement. But the destination, a secure and privacy-centric data environment, is well worth the effort. As we continue to navigate the complex terrain of data governance and privacy, organizations that embrace the challenges of data masking and find innovative solutions will be the ones that thrive in the digital age. By staying adaptable, proactive, and vigilant, they can unlock the full potential of their data while safeguarding the privacy and security of the individuals they serve. Data masking is a powerful tool for protecting sensitive information. However, to truly harness its potential and ensure its effectiveness, organizations must adhere to a set of best practices. These best practices are like a compass, guiding us through the complex landscape of data masking and helping us navigate the challenges that arise along the way. First and foremost, it's crucial to develop a comprehensive data masking strategy. This strategy should be like a roadmap, outlining the specific goals, requirements, and approaches for masking sensitive data across the organization. It's not just about applying a one-size-fits-all solution. Rather, it's about carefully assessing the unique needs of each data element and determining the appropriate level of masking required. Think of it like planning a trip. You need to consider the destination, the route, and the mode of transportation to ensure a smooth and successful journey. Next, it's essential to involve key stakeholders from across the organization in the data masking process. Data masking is not just an IT or security initiative. It requires collaboration and buy-in from various departments, including legal, compliance, and business units. By engaging these stakeholders early on, organizations can ensure that the data masking efforts align with broader business objectives and regulatory requirements. It's like assembling a team of experts, each bringing their unique skills and perspectives to the table to create a cohesive and effective solution. Another best practice is to establish clear policies and procedures for data masking. These policies should be like a set of rules, outlining the specific steps and protocols for masking data, as well as the roles and responsibilities of each team member involved. By documenting these policies and procedures, organizations can ensure consistency and accountability throughout the data masking process. It's like creating a playbook. Everyone knows their part and works together towards a common goal. Selecting the right data masking techniques is also crucial. As we've explored earlier, there are various techniques available, each with its own strengths and use cases. Organizations should carefully evaluate their data landscape and choose the techniques that best fit their specific requirements. It's like choosing the right tools for a job. You wouldn't use a hammer to fix a delicate watch, just as you wouldn't apply the same masking technique to all types of data. Testing and validation are essential components of any data masking best practice. Before deploying masked data into production environments, organizations must thoroughly test and validate the masked data to ensure its accuracy, consistency, and usability. This testing process is like a dress rehearsal before the big show. It allows you to identify and fix any issues before the data is put into action. By incorporating rigorous testing and validation procedures, organizations can have confidence in the quality and reliability of their masked data. Finally, data masking best practices should include ongoing monitoring and maintenance. Data is not a static entity, it's constantly evolving and growing. As such, organizations must regularly review and update their data masking strategies to ensure they remain effective and aligned with changing business needs and regulatory requirements. It's like tending to a garden. You can't just plant the seeds and walk away. You must continually water, prune, and nurture the plants to ensure their healthy growth. By adhering to these best practices, organizations can unlock the full potential of data masking and create a robust and resilient data privacy framework. It's a journey that requires commitment, collaboration, and continuous improvement, but the rewards are enhanced data security, regulatory compliance, and customer trust are well worth the effort. As we navigate the ever-changing landscape of data governance and privacy, let these best practices be our guide, illuminating the path towards a future where sensitive data is protected, innovation thrives, and the privacy of individuals is upheld as a fundamental right. Data masking has a plethora of use cases. These use cases are like the many hats that data masking wears, each one tailored to address specific challenges and requirements. Let's explore some of the most common and compelling data masking use cases and discover how they contribute to the overall landscape of data protection. One of the primary use cases for data masking is in the realm of software testing and development. Imagine you're a software engineer working on a new application that processes sensitive customer data. To ensure the application functions correctly, you need to test it with realistic data. However, using actual customer data in testing environments poses significant privacy risks. This is where data masking comes to the rescue. By creating masked versions of the customer data, you can safely use it for testing and development purposes without compromising the privacy of real individuals. It's like using a stunt double in a movie. The masked data looks and behaves like the real thing, but without the risk of harm. Another crucial use case for data masking is compliance with data privacy regulations. In today's world, organizations are subject to a myriad of laws and regulations governing the handling of personal information, such as GDPR, CCPA, and HIPAA. These regulations often require strict controls over how sensitive data is collected, stored, and shared. Data masking provides a way to comply with these requirements by obscuring the sensitive elements of the data while still allowing it to be used for legitimate business purposes. It's like putting a privacy filter on the data. The necessary information is still visible, but the sensitive details are shielded from view. Data masking also plays a vital role in enabling secure data sharing and collaboration. In many industries, such as healthcare and finance, organizations need to share data with external partners, researchers, or third-party service providers. However, sharing raw, unmasked data can expose sensitive information and violate privacy agreements. By applying data masking techniques, organizations can create sanitized versions of the data that can be safely shared with external parties. It's like creating a redacted document. The essential information is still there, but the sensitive details are blacked out, allowing for secure collaboration without compromising privacy. Insider threat prevention is another compelling use case for data masking. While much attention is often focused on external cybersecurity threats, the reality is that insider threats pose a significant risk to data privacy. Employees, contractors, or other insiders with access to sensitive data may intentionally or inadvertently misuse or leak the information. Data masking can help mitigate this risk by limiting the exposure of sensitive data to only those who absolutely need it for their job functions. It's like putting sensitive documents in a safe. Only authorized personnel with the right combination can access the unmasked data, reducing the risk of insider breaches. Finally, data masking finds valuable application in the realm of analytics and business intelligence. Organizations often need to analyze large volumes of data to derive insights and make data-driven decisions. However, the presence of sensitive information in the data can hinder these efforts due to privacy concerns. By applying data masking techniques, organizations can create anonymized versions of the data that retain its statistical properties and value for analysis while protecting individual privacy. It's like creating a mosaic. The individual pieces are obscured, but the overall picture remains intact, allowing for meaningful insights without compromising privacy. These are just a few of the many use cases where data masking shines as a powerful tool in the data governance and privacy toolkit. As organizations continue to grapple with the challenges of protecting sensitive information in an increasingly data-driven world, data masking will undoubtedly find new and innovative applications. By leveraging data masking across these various use cases, organizations can strike a balance between data utility and data privacy, unlocking the value of their data assets while upholding the highest standards of security and trust. It's a delicate dance, but with the right techniques and best practices, data masking can help organizations navigate the complex landscape of data governance and privacy with confidence and agility. As we move forward into a future where data is both a valuable commodity and a precious responsibility, let us embrace the power of data masking and its diverse use cases. By doing so, we can create a world where innovation thrives, insights flourish, and the privacy of individuals is respected and protected as a fundamental right.